I want to discuss one very practical consideration of an immigration case. Everyone who has a case in immigration court or who believes they might have a case in the immigration court sometime soon would do well to gather all of the evidence early on. You know, a lot of people assume that an immigration case is going to go on for 5, 7 years. Some cases go on for 9 and 10 years even, and that is often true. This is what really happens. But it still makes a lot of sense to gather your evidence early on and have it ready. Why? Because I've seen too many cases where evidence that would have been available earlier became unavailable later on. And it usually happens because life goes on, people move away, people change their lives. So for example, if you expected to get evidence from a medical clinic where you had a medical procedure, in 5 years that clinic might shut down, or their servers could crash, or some personnel might lose the records. If you expected a friend to write an affidavit, and then in 5 or 7 years time span, that friend gets in a bad car accident and is now incapacitated and is in no position to write anything, or if you expected some affidavits from your colleagues, some of them change jobs and they're just not interested anymore. Life goes on. A lot of things can happen in several years' time. So make sure not to wait. Make sure get the evidence, put it together, give it to your attorney so that it's translated and it's sitting waiting to be filed. Why it's a lot more important now compared to any other time that I've seen in my immigration practice? Well, it's because current administration wants to clear the backlog so bad that they're rearranging the caseloads. They're giving cases to new judges. And then a lot of hearings are getting moved up. So I have already seen multiple times in the past few months where a hearing that was originally scheduled for, let's say, the year 2027, well, suddenly it's getting moved up to a few months ahead. And so suddenly you're facing a deadline where you really have to submit something in the next few weeks, essentially, or a couple months, and you're scrambling to get all those documents that you possibly had several years to get, right? And if you go to the judge, to the hearing, and tell the judge, you know what, judge, because of the case deadline, because the hearing got moved up, I did not have enough time to obtain the evidence. Well, the judge will take a look and see how long your case has been going on. And if your case has been going on for, let's say, 2 or 3 years, the judge is not going to place much weight on the explanation of a deadline that was moved, because the judge will think, well, you know what, you had years to get your evidence. So more important today than ever, get your evidence ready and to your attorney quickly. Don't wait all the way until the hearing.